Welcome back. In this video, I want to talk about why I opened an RRSP account with Moomoo. If you've seen many of my videos before, you'll know that I invest in a US listed ETF, namely VTI, in my RRSPs so that I avoid the foreign withholding taxes. For years, I've had an account with Questrade, and Questrade allowed me to use Norbert's Gambit so that I could exchange Canadian currency to US currency for a low cost. But recently, Wealthsimple had a promotion that if you transferred your RRSP to Wealthsimple, they would give you a 2% cash back. And if there's one thing I like more than paying no fees, it's when someone just gives me free money. So I transferred my wife and my RRSP to Wealthsimple from Questrade. Wealthsimple does allow me to hold my US listed ETF for free, no fees. But if I want to purchase more VTI, then I have to undergo currency conversion fees. And if you look here, you can see that Wealthsimple does have a new fee structure for foreign exchange fees. If you convert anything under $10,000, you stay with the 1.5%. But if you have anything between $10,000 and $25,000, then they're going to charge you 1%. And if it's between $25,000 and $100,000, then it's 0.5%. And if you have over $100,000 to convert, then it's completely free. Now, I don't know how many opportunities you'll have to convert $100,000 from Canadian currency to US currency, but that would be really nice. So like I said before, I don't really like paying fees. So when I transferred everything to Wealthsimple, I did some research. So originally my plan was to just open another account with Questrade and then perform Norbert's Gambit. But then I did some research to see if there was maybe a better deal out there for me. And that's how I stumbled upon Moomoo. Moomoo is fairly new in Canada. They started here in Canada in September 2023, and they're basing their platform on low-cost commissions and low-cost foreign exchange fees. So for this video, I'm just going to focus on the commission fees and the foreign exchange fees. So you can see here that if you purchase a US stock or ETF, they're going to charge you 1 cent per share with a minimum of $2 per trade. That is in US currency, and if you click on one of the links, it'll take you to a calculator. And so let's say in this situation, there was a share price of $50 per share, and you wanted to purchase 30 of them, so you have $1,500 to invest. So you can see here on the right that it would cost you $2.01 in fees to purchase that. Those are charged in US currency, and I know what you're thinking. Wealthsimple and Questrade both offer commission-free trading. So why would you go with this? Well, the big draw for me was the foreign exchange fees. You can see here that Moomoo charges 0.09% to convert plus a $2 per transaction. And they use Questrade at 1.5%. Questrade will charge 1.5% on foreign exchange fee if you don't use Norbert's Gambit. And you can see here that they have a comparison between Moomoo and Questrade. So I decided to create my own spreadsheet so that I could compare, for me, the best platform to use. And so let's just use that $1,500 example again. So you can see here, I've got 4 different conversion comparisons here. I've got Moomoo's conversions. I've got Questrade using Norbert's Gambit. I've got Questrade using the foreign exchange fees, and I've got Wealthsimple's foreign exchange fees. And so if you look at Moomoo, if I converted the $1,500, and this is going to include both commissions and the conversion fees. Questrade and Wealthsimple don't charge any commissions, so I wanted the total picture, the total amount of fees I would pay to purchase VTI. You can see here that Moomoo does charge their conversion and commission fees in US currency, and so I do have a currency conversion here. As of the time of this recording, the fees would be $4.08 to convert to US currency. Also, that $1.99 commission fee works out to $2.75 Canadian, and so the total fee would be $6.79 Canadian to purchase $1,500 worth of VTI. If I used Questrade Norbert's Gambit, then again it's $9.95 plus tax, and here in Alberta we just charge the GST, so it would cost us $10.45 to convert. No matter what the amount is, it's always going to cost us $10.45. And if I just use the foreign exchange rate at Questrade or Wealthsimple, then it would be $22.50. And you can see it's quite a significant difference using Moomoo here. And what if I had $100,000 to convert from Canadian to US or vice versa? Well, you can see that Wealthsimple would be free because you have exceeded that $100,000 mark. And with Moomoo to $95, Questrade's Norbert Gambit would stay as $10.45. But for me, how often am I going to do $100,000 conversion? Never, really. It's never going to happen. So for me, I was just playing around with some numbers and I found the break-even point was about $6,000 for Moomoo's conversion and Questrade's Norbert's Gambit. And you can see they're very similar here. So that was about my break-even point, $6,000. So how often am I going to convert $6,000? I don't know, but that was sort of the break-even point. And what if I decided to convert $10,000 over? You can see here there would be $14.44 for Moomoo and $10.45 for Questrade's Norbert's Gambit. And so the difference is about $4. And so I sort of hummed and hawed that. But one key thing that I haven't mentioned is that using Norbert's Gambit takes 3 to 5 business days. Me being a numbers nerd, I wanted to determine how long would it take to make up that $4 that I just lost in fees if I converted $10,000. You can see here on the right that the $10,000 would need to grow 0.04% in 3 to 5 business days. If it grew 0.04% in those 3 to 5 business days, then I break even again with that conversion. Depends on VTI going up in that waiting period, in that journaling process. If VTI goes down, well, then it would have been better to use Norbert's Gambit. But if it does go up, then it's still better to use Moomoo. Even though there's a slightly higher fee, there was 3 to 5 business days for my ETF to grow in that time. If you look what VTI did today, you can see that it grew 0.86% just today. So it's already exceeded that 0.04%. So for me today, if I had converted, it would have been worth it. Here's the year to date. You can see that it's not guaranteed to go up in 3 to 5 business days. That's for sure. There's going to be ups and downs in the market. You have to decide if that's right for you. For me, it was worth it. I'm not going to convert $10,000 from Canadian to USD very often. It'll be lower than that. So for me, it was worth it to open my RRSP with Moomoo. It should be noted that when I did open my RRSP with Moomoo, I did join their affiliate program. So if you do decide that Moomoo is the right investment platform for you, it would be greatly appreciated if you clicked on the referral link in the description below. That would help the channel out tremendously. So I hope this video has shown you if Moomoo is right for you based on your foreign exchange needs. If you would like to stay informed of some of my other videos, please subscribe below and have a wonderful day.